Good morning, it's Ted from the Devil's in the Detail. Well, I just thought I'd show you a quick walk round of our next job. Just arrived and we're just doing the pre-clean on it. It's a Ferrari Porofino and it's sustained quite a bit of paint damage, so we're going to try and rectify it. But it's going to keep us busy for a while. Sounds like a beast. We're going to get on now and give it a clean and get all the pre-washing and decontamination and all them things done, so we can have a look at the extent of the damage. So I'll see you later. Hi, good morning. This is Ted from the Devil's in the Detail, and as some of you already know, I've got this Ferrari Porofino in for wash damage. Now, it literally has been washed with a scouring pad. Some of it is lighter than others, but there are some really deep scratches in the car. The whole car needs to be wet flatted. I'm going to try the best I can to show some of the damage. And these are not normal wash swirls, they're deep scratches. It's all over the car except the middle of the roof. Obviously the chap's niece, who apparently washed it, couldn't reach the middle of the roof, so it was basically saved from danger. Still got to be polished because the outsides are scratched, but you know, it's so like I say, the car's got to be wet flatted. Now, some of these really bad scratches are going to take a lot of removal, so I'm going to do a test piece, and I think I'm going to start at the bonnet, which this area of the bonnet appears to have some really bad damage. So I'm going to start. I'll show the process I'm going to use. I'm going to check the paint readings. I'm going to mask everything off. I mean, somebody's been here before, and there's white polish paste and it's all over the grill. You know, it's all inside the grills, on the edges, and we have washed this car 3 times to get it out the rubbers, and I'm still finding it. You know, we've been round and thought we'd cleaned it, but obviously it needs some more. But I have to say that her coverage of the car was quite good. She didn't miss much. There's some etching there as well, so we'll be getting that out. But I'm going to start with a test piece. I'm going to mask the car off I'm going to mask each panel individually at the time I'm doing it, because I don't want the tape left on the car for a period of time. And I would guess that this bonnet, this size, I'm probably got 2 to 3 days work just on the bonnet. So I don't want to leave tape all over the rest of the car, because the longer you leave masking tape on, the more the glue sets in and it's harder to remove. So I shall mask off the individual parts that I want masked as I go around the car. All the lights have been scratched as well. The rear lights are quite bad. You know, the whole car's bad. You know, it's probably the worst damaged car I've ever had to try and recover. And it's a big challenge, because even I'm looking at it wondering whether I can recover it. So you know, it's one of those. Anyway, I'm not going to keep going on about it. You could see the sort of damage we're dealing with. You know, it's blatantly obvious. So I'll film some of the rectification. I'm sure we're going to have a lot of fun and games and a lot of videos of this as we go along. You know, and I reckon there's at least a month's worth of work to put it right. Just depends how they come out, because normally I wouldn't want to start off any coarser than you know, sort of 2000 grit. So I'm going to try it with 2000, but some of this is deeper than but that'll get out. So you know, it's just, we'll try it, see. I'm sure we'll be all right, given the time and the effort, and there is no time limit. So off we go. I'll see you later. I've now masked up the edges of the panels and this lip, and I've left about 3mm from the edge, because the edges are always going to be thinner paint, so I want to protect them as much as I can. Done the same on the edge of the bonnet, and this is the sort of bird's eye view of what I can see when I'm looking down the panel. So first I'm going to check all the paint readings, see what they're reading, and I'll show you that in a minute. Right, we'll just check some of the readings. That's the healthy. I think I'll stand around this way so that the light doesn't reflect too much. There seems plenty to work with. A little thinner as we get towards the back of the bonnet. So again, we'll be careful around the edges. I mean, that's quite a lot of paint for a manufacturer to put on a car. You know, the readings don't quite seem that real, but we'll soon find out when I start flattening it. Right then, out with the flatting paper. So I'm going to recheck, do a bit of flatting. I'll recheck the paint thicknesses and see how much we're taking off. So let's get on with the show. See you in a bit. Okay, I've now doing the test patch that I showed, and this is what it looks like after 4 stages of polishing. I've used 2000 grit, 2500 grit, 3000 grit and 6000 grit. So it looks like all the scratches are out. I can't see any traces, so I'm going to just see what it takes to polish it up. And then actually I've just found a scratch. Is it? No, it's probably flatting paper. So I'm going to have a go now and we'll see what it looks like. Right, see you in a bit.